He is on the North Oval with more on President Boren's announcement.
Yeah,
Reagan?
guys, a shock heard around the state is what I would call this. The OU family saw Bob Stoops step down back in June, and now today, President Boren announces his retirement just 3 short months later. And welcome to this week's edition of Big Friday Sports with your favorite makeup-wearing sports guys. It's a hot start for the Sooners on offense. They came out guns blazing with 21 points in 7 plays to get things started. Baker was firing on all cylinders. An OSU coach charged with fraud. GOP aims to help dreamers, and Trump steps away from NFL talk to announce a visit to a ravaged Puerto Rico. This is OU Nightly. The key tonight was Rodney Anderson, a guy
who would have thought?
Exactly, a guy who had 2 season-ending injuries, the back-to-back seasons. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I like the cookie dough more than the actual cookie. So, how can you beat fried cookie dough? But the elections come at a time of voter frustration over years of budget shortfalls. Democrats have already won 3 GOP-held seats in special elections this year. Yeah, guys, I'm here at the Willowbrook apartment complex off East Lindsay Street. This is where last night, just before 11, an OU student, Nathaniel Ewing, was shot and killed. I spoke with Norman PD's Sarah Jensen earlier today about what happened. I'll tell you what, we've had some cool, crisp, clear weather here in Oklahoma lately.
OU Nightly's Reagan Ledbetter was there. Reagan, did it come to blows?
No, there weren't any blows. The atmosphere was tense at times, but in the end, cooler heads prevailed. The OU softball team was also back home this weekend against Baylor, and they racked up another Big 12 series win. It really is. OU coming off that big win at home against TCU last week, now plays Kansas before wrapping up their season next week. Guys, I'm here at the Bazell Library where tonight this place will be lit up blue to honor the start of Autism Awareness Month. The event is being put on by a student group called Autism Speaks You. Not a lot of positive things have been said during this whole process. The Sooners held their annual spring game, but the celebration afterwards landed 2 players behind bars. Highly touted prep star quarterback Chris Robinson made his debut on Saturday, but found himself busted for public intoxication and was booked early Sunday morning. As one team racks up another national title, another one looks to do the same. Yes, the men are just 1 week away from a chance at a three-peat. And another Oklahoma murder trial has resumed a day after a key witness broke down into tears and could not finish testifying. Shannon Kepler, a former Oklahoma police officer, was charged with killing his daughter's black boyfriend. That was a great play right there.
He should have been on the sidelines with the cheerleaders, I think.
I think so, too. I mean, he can get up
Who
there.
cares if he stuck the land? He got a touchdown. That's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters in the end.
That's 7
and
right
they beat
there.
Washington State 37-3.
Yep.
Whether it is creepy or not, these rock-hard walls show that this underground getaway is a top spot for students to go during tornado season. I love that show. My parents love
That's
it too.
awesome.
I do. I'm gonna admit it. Well, Andrew is back for a weather tidbit of the day. What do you got? Boren made it a point in a tweet after he spoke today that he wants to keep the momentum of the university going for the next 9 months and beyond. Back to you guys. How does 6 straight conference titles sound? 3rd week in a row, OU's got off to a nice 14-0 lead. The crowd's in it, everybody's loving it, and then they stop. Wake-up call. That's what the Sooners are calling this one after just an 8-point win over the winless Baylor Bears here in Waco tonight. OU got off to a hot start with 21 points in 7 plays, but Baylor played their best football in 2 years to keep the game close and give the Sooners quite the scare. I think JT Barrett has been so consistent over his career and constant success that it's hard to argue that he's not ever really in the talk, at least, because he's always been so good. Spring is here, and that means football is back with the spring game quickly approaching. Plus, the Sooners have their hands full replacing Blitnikoff winner Dede Westbrook. Big Friday Sports is next. The Austin, Texas native took the path less traveled. Mayfield turned a distant dream as a kid at Lake Travis High School into a reality here in New York City, becoming the first ever walk-on to win the 83-year-old award. Although this was a mock selection for college students, the college football playoff staff treated it like it was the real thing, giving us the ability to discuss and vote behind closed doors. It's almost like a story from a movie. I mean, just to see what he's gone through. He did not take the easy path getting to the Heisman ceremony, and to win it like he did in a landslide was truly amazing.